Welcome to another training session. In today's session, we are going to see how we can measure the length using an encoder. Let's see the setup for the today's tutorial. We have an encoder which is attached to the free running roller in a conveyor. So whenever the bar comes on it, this roller start to rotate with the bar motion. We can make some logic in the PLC to read the encoder pulses and convert these pulses into the distance. Now let's see in the TIA portal how we can implement this. We'll go to the project view. We'll go to the PLC, expand this folder and go to the device configuration. Here we will go to the CPU and we'll open its properties. And here we have the high speed counters, HSC. We will expand these and we are going to use this high speed counter number 1. And I have already enabled this high speed counter. We are going to make the count of the pulses and we are going to use the AB phases of the encoder, and the count direction will be in the up. Next we will go down and here we can find the hardware inputs for this high speed counter number 1, which are I0.0 and I0.1. We have to connect the encoder A and B phases on these inputs of the PLC. And next we have the input address. This is ID1000. We can read the value of the encoder counter on this address, which is ID1000. And next we have to look for another thing which is available in this system constants, and we will go to this local HEC1, and here we have the hardware identification number, which is 257 for the high speed counter number 1. In the programming block we have to use this number to be able to control the encoder counter. Next, for the programming, if we go to the program block, as you can see that in the network number 1 I have insert one high speed counter block. We can find this from this technology folder and go to this counting others and this high speed control for the counter number 1. We just drag and drop this block here and we insert here 257, which is hardware identification number for the high speed counter number 1. Next, I have connected one bit here, which is to reset the value of the encoder after each cycle. So whenever this bit goes high, our encoder value will be replaced with the 0, which is new underscore CV. Whatever we write here, let's suppose right now I put here 0. So whatever the encoder value is, once I trigger this bit, it will make the encoder value to the 0. Next, in the network number 2, I have converted the encoder value from the double integer to the real. For this one, this is the ID1000 or encoder real-time value. I move this one to the MD0, and once it is in the MD0, it is converted to the real, which is MD4. In the network number 3, I have written some basic formula here to convert the distance traveled to calculate the distance traveled. So let's suppose our bar is moving 0.3 mm per pulse of the encoder. So simply we have to multiply 0.3 with the encoder real time value. So we just multiply it with the 0.3 and it will give us the distance measured. In the network number 3, we have made the logic to turn on this bit, which is target reach. This bit is telling us that the required distance is traveled or completed by the bar. I have created some maximum and minimum deviation. I have used the in range command. Once we started the measuring of the distance and it reached 900 mm, which lies between the 898 and 902 mm, it will set or turn on this bit M100.5, which will tell us the target distance is reached. Once our distance measurement is done, we can reset target reach bit and we can reset the encoder value back to 0 and keep it ready for the next measurement cycle. Now let's try to run it. If I turn on the conveyor, as you can see that the encoder value starts to increase. And right now, as you can see that the distance traveled is 120 mm. As you can see that the distance measured is now 180 mm. As soon as the bar reaches this target reach bit is now set on. The target distance is reached and bar stops there. We can reset all the readings using this reset bit. As you can see that now the encoder value goes back to the 0 and it is ready for the next measurement cycle.